What is good, Chocolatiers? It's been a while since I've recorded from this iPad. This fucking lighting. Just ignore it. I'm on a trip right now, and it kind of hit me while I was bathing in the shower. Not playing with myself, I was bathing, I promise you. I sat there and thought, it's been a few days since I've uploaded. It started like getting in my head. I was like, bro, I ain't put out shit. It's been like 4 or 5 days. And so down here on my trip, I actually got roasted for it. Doing something that I love. I watched Furiosa, Garfield, and I Saw TV Glow. Now, I Saw TV Glow is what I'm about to review right now, because this movie, I think, just was so good and misunderstood by a lot of people, especially in my theater. And a little bit of backstory about this movie. I remember seeing the trailer at AMC theaters, where close to where I live, about an hour where I live, and that's usually where I drive to go watch all the movies. And I saw the TV Glow. They kept showing this cool trailer. I was like, Justice Smith's in it. I was like, I like this director. I was like, cool, what up? And A24. And I remember it was supposed to come out, and I looked it up. I think it was like May 10th or something like that. And they were like, okay, that's only in select theaters. I said, okay, thank God. I said, I didn't miss it. Coming out next week worldwide. Looked it up. Looked at all the theaters, an hour from me, hour and a half from me. Nobody's showing it. So we just happened to be going on this little trip, a little getaway for Memorial Day weekend. And I remember sitting there and looking, and I was like, there's an AMC up here that has it. So my ticket's free because I have the AMC Stubs A-listers thing. And yeah, watched I Saw TV Glow. They only had one showtime. It was like 7:30 last night. And I just really love this movie. This is a movie that I feel is going to definitely have a cult following for sure. It's got a polarizing ending without any spoilers, mainly because it's very metaphor heavy. So if you're the type of person that doesn't like anything like that, which I'm assuming if you watch this movie anyways, it's because you liked A24, so you're used to that anyways. But if you're definitely new to the A24 scene and you ain't even watched something like Euphoria, okay, I would say don't watch this yet. Mainly just because, like I said, it's very metaphor heavy. Like you'll be hearing or watching something happen, and it just basically be a meaning for something. And so everybody in my theater took every single bit of detail, every dialogue actually literally, and then reading between the lines. And I get to a certain extent that being a problem in a movie, because I feel like certain movies you should be able to go watch a film and just experience it for what they're giving you. But like with this movie, I do like that there's a little bit of homework that needs to be done. I do like that there's, this is definitely a type of movie that a lot of people's going to be looking at ending explained for. This is, definitely the type of movie that is an experience. Now I just want to talk about the film itself. So this movie stars Justice Smith, and basically him and this other girl bond together because of this old 90s TV show. Because the beginning of the movie, like it takes place over segments, so you got like 90s, 2000s, whatever. And this old TV show is called The Pinko Peg, and they're pretty much like cult following fans, because like the way it kind of presented, it's like it's popular, but like not really. And so they watched that 10:30 at night Saturdays, and Justice Smith's character isn't allowed to watch it, and so he's having to lie, sneak, whatever. And anyways, he ends up becoming a big fan of it because he's able to watch it by crafty ways and stuff like that. And so the main plot of the movie is that they both think, or at least the girl thinks, that they are the characters from that show, that there is some realness to it. And that's basically all I'll give away without too many spoilers. But yeah, like this journey that they take you on, both literally and metaphorically, is just so great. This soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks I've heard this year. It's definitely up there with that Dune soundtrack and that Challenger soundtrack. I loved all the music in this movie. I loved all the performances too. I went to this movie with somebody who, like I said, didn't understand the metaphors, didn't understand a lot of the acting choices, so they were a little pissed off. But I overall think that if you really like, I don't even want to say artsy-fartsy, but like if you like stylized type films, like this movie, for example, there's like a lot of, pan shots, cool shots, They even have the '90s TV show, for example, in the movie, which I know that if you've seen the trailer, you already know that. But they take their time with some of these character designs, and a lot of them look practical, which I really liked. And they actually took the time to film some of these scenes for the '90s TV show and made it look really '90s-ified, and it brings you back to that nostalgia, and I really love that. I do have one little complaint about this movie, though, even though I think it's almost a masterpiece. The pacing's kind of all over the place. So, like, the intro of the movie, like I said, is basically, like, you know, him, like, finding out this and that and about the TV show, whatever. And, like, I promise you, that goes on for, like, 30 minutes before you get to, like, actual Justice Smith. And that's fine, because Furiosa kind of does the same thing, too. But Furiosa is, like, 2.5 hours. This movie is, like, an hour and a half. And it feels like it's a little bit longer. Like, it feels like it overstays its welcome a little bit. There's a lot of exposition that, like I said, is all metaphor. But, like I said, if you aren't... Because there comes a time and a place where metaphors, I think, can be used greatly, and there are certain points in time where there's just a lot of exposition-heavy stuff, and if you're just kind of sitting down enjoying the ride, and you're not really overthinking this stuff, like somebody like me, for example, you're not going to understand a lot of this stuff, and, you know, I can see some of the problems that people had, even though I didn't have that, but like I said, pacing for sure, I think that is a problem. Like, you'll have so many scenes where, like, nothing happens. Like, it feels like a lot of these scenes, even though it's beautiful stylized shots, could have been cut by 15, 20 seconds, for example. But outside of that, I think this movie is definitely worth your time. If you have a fucking theater that's showing it, that was my main problem. Like I said, I looked up, and so since I was on a trip, I said, shit, might as well go on and watch it. They showing it. It was a very good movie. Definitely getting a Mr. Chocolate Slip approval. This movie's getting a 9 out of 10 for me. I think it's awesome. I think it's going to go down as one of the best movies of the year. Like I said, even if you don't understand it, just on a stylized, technical level, stuff like that, even performance level from the actors, it's really good. I don't think it's wasting your money at all watching this, for example, over something like Garfield or something like that, if you had a choice this weekend. And with that, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers. The algorithm tells me it should be August. I would like to beat that. Hopefully in July we will get them. Maybe even before that. I don't know how well this video is going to do, but if you like this video, if you like this review, just know that usually the camera works a lot better. I'm filming this off an iPad in a hotel room. So, yeah. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this movie if you've seen it. If you didn't, let me know if you're hyped for it or not. Because I saw that there is a level of hype for this movie, but apparently I'm not the only one that just didn't have it showing. And with that, I will catch you guys on the next one.
I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.